Alright, I want to do a little series here about, because I get a lot of people asking me, what champion should I play to get out of low elo, or what tips should I, what tips do I need to learn to advance? And it's not that simple. There's not like one piece of knowledge which is going to turn you into a diamond player. It's the culmination of a lot of things. And so what I want to do today is kind of put a little guide together, and I want to do like multiple of these, like a series of general tips for advancing, as well as how I play champions in certain matchups, usually my mains. So I'm going to do this in normal first. I might, as the series goes on, do this in ranked. But I just want to try it out, and I want to make sure that I get the champion that I want. I don't think, I don't know exactly what champion I should start with. I'm a jungle main, so I feel like it would be better for me to show you guys a jungler. But laning is typically more difficult, and I've already talked a lot about jungle during my stream. And I feel like people could use more help in the jungle, or in lanes. I'm thinking possibly AD carry, but that does require a second person, so it's not as effective for solo queue unless you have a duo partner. So let me see if I could get top lane or something, or mid. I'm gonna just try it and see what I can get. We'll just see how it turns out, and I'll do my best to explain how I would play the champion. Like, I play probably about, oh gosh, 10 to 15 champions regularly in rank, that is. Like, these are my top, I would say, from, because I play all these. I don't play Graves. I would say probably from Udyr up. Those are champions that I would consider myself extremely familiar with in the respective roles. So those are the ones I would most likely be inclined to do a video over and explain about. So if you want to look at those, I'm probably going to upload this to YouTube. So if you want to put that into the comments of who you'd like to see for the next video, that would be great. And it looks like I should be able to get top, no problem, unless this dude just straight jacks it. Okay, yeah, he's going jungle. Okay. I'm a little confused, but it's alright. He wants mid. Alright, that means I'm top. Renekton's really good in solo queue. Been playing a lot of him. He's really fun. Riven is very good at solo queue. I haven't been playing her, and I haven't played her since the changes, so I probably shouldn't. We have a lot of AD. I'll just play Renekton, because right now he's one of my most played in the top. Actually, oh man, I'm doing the rumble. I'm breaking it out. I need it. Alright, so I don't have a lot of time to explain, but cooldown reduction is necessary. You have Ignite, you need this. Butcher helps last hitting a lot. This gives you more damage than this. And then these are typical. Some of these. One of those. I don't know who I'm going against because it's blind pick. So I'll just go with those. It's pretty standard. My runes, Magic Pen, AP, and Armor. I don't have Magic Resist because it's blind pick. So I don't know who I'm against. But if I was against a Magic champion like Vladimir, for example, then I would take Magic Resist straight up there. Maybe sacrifice the Armor for health per level. On a normal AP, I would say go for mana regen for yellows as the secondary choice. But since Rumble has no mana, there's obviously no point to go for that. So let's see how I can do. I'm against Lee Sin. That's going to be really obnoxious. Diamond 1 Ori. Silver 2, so I mean, it's not going to be, hopefully, I'm not going to get crapped on, but, you know, it's possible. Lee Sin's fairly good against Rumble, I would say, because he's got a lot of gap closers, and once people get on top of Rumble, you're in a bad spot. He does really well with kiting and making and chasing. So because you have your scrap shield, you're able to move around quicker. That's his W, by the way. It gives you that extra movement speed, which is really helpful for chasing, especially when you combo that with his E, the harpoon, which you can use twice, and it slows progressively more if you can land both of them. So he's an amazing chaser, and he's decent at escaping just because of his scrap shield. And while you're chasing with the E and you have them slowed and your scrap shield, you just use your flame spitter, your Q, to just keep burning them as they run away. I actually have 170 ping, so this is going to be pretty bad. I was lagging all day, so I was hoping it would go away, but we'll see. I'm going to continue with this stream because I do want to get this video out regardless of how my internet's holding up. But let's see. So, I don't know. They don't have junglers, so I'm guessing these two are fighting over top lane, so this may be an interesting match. But I'll do my best to narrate it and kind of show you guys how I'm feeling about this and how you should be playing it. I mean, it would be good to have a 2v1. I went 21 into offense because it's blind pick and we have Galio and Leona as tanks, really. But there's nothing wrong with going 9-21-0 on Rumble. The 21 in defense is really good, especially against top laners with a lot of tankiness to them as well. You can take the 3 points in the top and the bottom, I guess is what it's called, but it's like at the top of the tree where there's that health regen based on your missing health. You get 3 points into that, and you get the 2 points into the block, and then like the final super block or whatever that like you need the points to move into, and then you get a Doran shield on top of that, and that'll really help you against ADs, especially champs like Jace, because it reduces the damage they do on each hit. And so when he does his W and spams you with those 3 quick attacks, you reduce the damage on each attack. So if you're going against AD, Doran shield is usually a good pick. Cloth armor is doable as well. It depends on which AD I'm against, honestly, where in the decision that I would make. But all the pros start Doran shield, so I can't hate on that build. I've tried it; it's pretty solid. If you're against AP, you can still start Doran shield. You can start health regen, the rejuve beads. That's what I found myself doing recently against champs without a lot of burst and more sustain. That's where the rejuve bead really comes in handy. Like if they have sustained damage, like someone like Zac, for example, versus Akali, you wouldn't really want the rejuve bead versus Akali because past early game it would be useless. Once she hits 6, there's no use for that rejuve bead unless somehow you're going to be able to survive her damage, which would require magic resist or health or a combination of both. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know what to start because we got possibly two top. If there's 2 top, I don't want to go in shield. If it's Lee Sin top, Doran shield would probably be fine. If it's Singe top, I would definitely go for the rejuve beads because, like I said, he doesn't have the high burst. He's got that sustained damage where you can out-sustain him or at least sustain with him so that you can still last hit. But if it's both, a rejuve bead would be suicide. And the Doran shield would be really risky as well because I wouldn't have the health potions I needed to survive. I can't imagine Lisa would go jungle without smite, but he might. We'll see. He's silver 2. So, I don't know. I use this website in solo queue, lolnexus.com. It shows you the runes, masteries, their ranking, everything, their win-loss. It doesn't have the champion KDA working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not exactly sure. But it looks like I'm going to have 2 top, because why not, right? Just give me 2 top when I'm trying to show something important.
I'm not saying you, I'm just saying, you were saying last night I couldn't do it.
I'm going hard, man. I'm going into 2v1, it looks like, apparently. I don't know what to start. I'm just going to... No, I'm doing it normal.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, you're doing a Rumble video?
Yeah.
Nice! I want to watch that. Actually, he can't watch it.
So my FPS is pretty decent, but it's spiking in and out, and our lag is... I was up to 200 ping, so we'll see how this goes. I think it's going to be a lot like yesterday when I was lagging. So I started Doran shield because it's a pretty safe start. If there is only 1, then I'll be okay. If there's 2... If I play it right, I should be okay. So we'll see. I hold this part so that I know if they blue invade. And we have Galio here, so he's watching that side. So we have both entrances to our buff covered. I start E because of the range on it and the last hitting ability. If it ends up being 2, then I would definitely want it to keep them at bay, I guess, and the last hit at range. I used to start Q first, but I've started to understand that it's not as useful for level 1. Like it's amazing ability, which is why you max it first on Rumble. But level 1, it's not really that useful because the damage on Q or E is about the same, and it's more utility with the slow on it. So, and there's no reason you should start W level 1. It's just his other moves are too important and too good. Maybe in a 2v1 lane against AD carry and support, but I would still start E for the last hitting. Like I've done that in ranked, and it worked out fine. I was against Twitch Nami, and I still held my own. So I'm just checking the brush here because they could easily both camp in here and try and kill me and burst me out. So it is 2 top, and they have a lot of scary things. With the flip on top of the Lee Sin, like it's pretty terrifying. I'm just gonna try and last hit and stay alive. This hopefully will be a good example on how to do a 2v1 lane if you do ever get stuck in it. Sin started poison, so I don't have to worry about his flip yet. So I'm just last hitting. I'm gonna hopefully try and farm under tower. So you can see this minion has slightly over half. If the tower was to attack it, since towers do a little less than half, it wouldn't kill it, and I would be able to get the last hit. It's really important to learn how much damage towers do to minions, especially early game and mid game, because that's when you're going to be farming under tower with without a lot of damage, and you're really going to have to count on yourself knowing how much damage towers do. Otherwise, you're going to be missing a lot of CS. So here I am, just farming it up. I'm getting dumpstered on by Lee Sin, but it's alright. I got the regen, so it's fine. I'm just gonna be chilling, last hitting, missing everything, because that's how I do. So first blood, that's not good. You want to keep your heat on about like right at half, because you never know when you're gonna need that. You never know when you're gonna need that. Jesus, I look away for 1 second. This dude jumps on me. You never know when you're gonna need that empowered ability, and it's pretty hard to last hit with Rumble because of his flame spitter. You have to get used to how much damage it does. So it's not gonna be an overnight thing. Like you're just god tier Rumble, but you will get better as you play more. You can use the overheat last hit under tower a lot easier. It helps a lot. So that's something to keep an eye out for. He's trying to back. All I have to do is stop him. He's going to hit me with it, but it's alright. I got that regen. He doesn't have it. I should be fine in lane. I just need to pick up levels. Rumble scales better and better with levels. Lee Sin gets worse. So you can see, if I was better, I'd be keeping my heat at 50% at all times. I haven't been playing a lot of Rumble recently, but I'm trying to improve on it, so hopefully this will help me get better as well as help you guys get better. So I'm just sitting here with S. I hit S to stop moving so that I can just stand there. I don't get in dangerous range of him, and I can just sit there and keep using my skills. Or keep hitting with my flame spitter, I guess. So I got free 90 damage there. He almost sniped me. That would have been a crazy snipe. So you can see I'm winning lane already now, and I should be able to all in him fairly soon. If he goes in on this minion, I could do it. But he didn't. He waited until the minion went forward. That was a good move by him. Alright, so if I can time my heating up at the right time, then I could easily burst him with my ignite. I'm close to 6. Oh crap, I forgot. When I play Rumble, I don't use Smartcast on his ult because I always just fuck it up. So I turned off Smartcast. I almost forgot. It always fucks me if I forget, and I try and use it non-Smartcast, and then I'm like, oh crap, it's still on Smartcast. We got a jungle singed up in here. I'm really close to 6, but it's risky staying any longer. Alright, so you can see how strong this Thorn Shield is. I am just sustaining like it's nothing. And I'm keeping them both here. Once I get 6, I might be able to 2v1.